Hi everyone, thank you for watching. I want to talk about something that happened to me a few days ago. I'm in the process of redecorating my room, or actually decorating it. I've never decorated the room that I'm staying in right now. And I decided to buy some pillows and wallpaper, sheets, and things like that. I ordered a lot of different things. Not only for me, I also ordered some sheets that my mother wanted for her. She wanted these dresses. So I ordered a lot of things. And when you purchase something online, you don't always get everything at the same time, right? So you place the order and then they ship it out, and then you get all these different packages on different days by different shipping companies. So the town that I live in and the town that my mother lives, we live in the same town. We have different shipping companies. We have the US Postal Service, which is USPS. We have UPS, we have FedEx, we have Amazon, and we also have Lasership. I placed the order on Amazon, I placed another order on JCPenney, and the other one was at Walmart. I normally sign up for the alerts for these packages, but sometimes you don't really get the notification via email, and for some reason I didn't sign up for the alerts for all of the packages. So on this day I went to my mother's, and my mother wanted to go to the store. Normally when we know that packages are arriving, somebody stays at her house. And by the way, I have all my packages delivered to her apartment because there's always issues with packages where I live. There's always issues where she lives as well. But because I spend a lot of time with her, I just have my packages sent there. Anyway, back to the story. On this day, my mother wanted to go out to the store. When we went to that place, we had a bad experience as well, so I was already in a bad mood. Anyway, after we finished everything that we needed to do outside, we get to my mother's place. She lives on the 3rd floor. When she gets to the door, she's like, "Hey, there's a package here and it's open." And she's like, "What did you order?" And I told her I ordered different things. I don't know. And she's like, "Well, it's open." Then I'm like, "What do you mean it's open?" So I come out of the staircase and I see the box that is open. And I'm like, "What the hell?" She says, "Are those my sheets?" I said, "I don't know. I have to look at my phone to see what it is that was supposed to come today. I don't know." So I wasn't going to pull up my phone at that time, at the specific time, because my hands were dirty. I had bags in my hand and my hands were dirty. I wasn't going to be looking at my phone then. So I said, "We'll get inside." When I see the box was not only open, the bag where the contents were in was also open. It was like all messed up. And then the pillow, these were the pillows that arrived. I don't know if I said that already. One of the pillows was dirty. So my mother is upset. I'm upset. And my mother immediately went downstairs. There were these construction workers doing construction 2 floors above my mother's apartment. They were like, "What happened?" And then she's like, "Somebody opened the box. Did you guys see anything?" And they weren't saying anything. So my mother went to the people who were cleaning the floor, because we saw people cleaning the floor when we were coming up the steps. And actually, she almost fell, like she slipped. We were really having a bad day, like everything was going wrong. She went downstairs and I'm trying to put all the bags inside her apartment, and she's already downstairs. So one thing you need to know about my mother, like, she's fast and she doesn't waste any time. It doesn't matter if she's ill. My mother has a cane. It does not matter that she has a cane. She's fast, and she's faster than me a lot of the times, even with the cane. She goes downstairs and I hear like people yelling and talking. And the building where my mother lives has 2 sides. So I kind of heard that she was far. So I immediately put everything inside her apartment and I went downstairs and I'm like, "What's going on? What's going on?" And she's arguing with the people that are cleaning the building. My mother doesn't know a lot of English, but she's telling her, and she's like, "No, no, mama, that's not what happened." The summary is the lady and the man that were cleaning, they said that the box was delivered to the wrong apartment, and the people at the wrong apartment opened the box, and when they saw that, they immediately took the box away from them and they brought it to our apartment. I asked the lady, "So you're saying the people above my mother opened the box?" And she's like, "Yeah." And then her man, whoever he is, said, yeah, it was them. It was them. I said, okay, so I'm going to go ask them if they opened it. See, I'm not mad, very like so mad that the box was opened. I'm more upset that the bag where the pillows were was opened. And also that the pillow was dirty. That's why I was upset. And you know what? I would have rather them to steal the package, which they have done. Well, that happens in this town that I'm telling you. I would have rather them steal it than put it back dirty and opened. But that's not where the story ended. No. We went upstairs and we knocked on the door, and the people there didn't want to open the door. You know, normally people don't like to open the door for people that they don't know. That's common sense. But they eventually opened the door, and I asked them, did a box arrive at this apartment? They're like, no. And then I said, so nobody knocked on your door recently? And then the guy said, yes, but it was food delivery. So I said, so you're sure that there was no box that came up here that you opened? He's like, no, I would never open a box. I said, I'm just asking because this is what the people downstairs said. He said no. We went back to my mother's apartment, and I'm so upset, and my mother was so upset. And she's like, thank God it wasn't my sheets or my dress, because I would have called the cops, etc. And then I told her, and I said, well, how do you know she didn't take anything? She's like, I put my cane in her bag that she had, and I put my cane all over her stuff, and I took out all the contents of her bag to see whether she had my sheets or my dress in there. And I'm like, you did that? And she's like, yeah, I wanted to see if they had that in there. And I'm like, okay, like, I mean, I was upset too, but she was going through their bag with her cane. Like, my mother is something else, let me tell you. Like, she is, but she's hilarious. Going back to this situation, I'm very upset that the box was opened, and that the bag was open, and that the pillow was dirty. And it's true, right? Nobody is supposed to open a box that doesn't belong to them, right? Especially if you don't even live in that building. Like, they don't live in this building. Actually, nobody is supposed to open something that doesn't belong to them, right? It wasn't addressed to them. They shouldn't have opened it. Oh, by the way, we did find out that it was them, because some people saw them and they told us, hey, it was them, but just don't tell them that we told you. Now, let's rewind a little bit. So somebody saw them doing this and nobody said anything, okay? They just let them do whatever it was. And then they put it back. But there are so many things that are wrong with what happened. First of all, if you're making a delivery and you knock on the door and no one answers, you don't leave the package, because you know nobody is there, okay? This is not a residential area per se. There's no cameras. This is not a place where there's security. This is a regular apartment building. We are all human. I understand there's a pandemic. I get that. I really do get that. But I would rather you take it and I have to go pick it up at the post office or at the facility or whatever it is. I would rather do that, or I would have you reschedule it. I would rather that than for you to leave the package at the door. If somebody steals this, there's no camera. How would you know that somebody stole it? How would you know that somebody took it? You wouldn't know. There's no way for you to know. I'm upset at the person who dropped the package. They didn't call me. I didn't get a notification. It was through Lasership. They're known to do this. This happened before. They left a package for me. I bought this makeup from Sephora. They left it downstairs. They left it at the lobby on the floor. And when I got the notification, like 15 minutes later, it was completely gone. So Lasership is notorious for doing this, but I don't have a choice on how Walmart sends this. I don't have a choice on who they pick. If I had a choice, then I would use Lasership, because I had this experience before. I'm also mad at the construction workers, because if they saw them, shouldn't they have said anything? But that's the thing, it's like a lot of people don't say things. I'm also upset at the people on the floor that my mother lives in. I'm the type of person that if I see a package on the floor or at someone's door, I don't leave it there. I take it and I take it into my apartment, or I take it to my mother's apartment, wherever it is, and I leave a note, or I go and I knock on their door to let them know. The most interesting thing is, or was, that when we were going outside, I actually saw a package on the floor, right? Amazon was coming. And they asked, hey, on what side is apartment 5E? And we said, oh, it's on this side. And he's like, are you sure? And I said, yes, I'm sure. He took the package, he put it on the floor, he took a picture, and he left. I picked up the package and I told my mom, I'm gonna go take this to 5E. And then she's like, oh no, don't do it. They'll come get it. And I said, no, let me just take it to them. Okay, because I wouldn't want my package on the floor like that. So I'm just gonna take it upstairs. So I had an N95 mask on. I went to the 5th floor, okay? I knocked on the woman's door. She was pregnant. And I said, hey, they left this package on the floor for you. I'm just dropping it off. Oh, thank you so much. Then I went downstairs. I was short of breath. And then we left. And then when I come, we see that package on the floor. I was so upset. I told my mother, you know what? I'm not going to help anybody else out. And I'm going to get a camera for your door. I'm going to pay $100 and I'm going to go to Best Buy and I'm going to buy a camera, a Ring camera, and I'm going to put it on your door so that we can monitor these people who are stealing, right? This is not the first time it happens, right? It's the first time that they open a box. They stole my makeup, like I told you. My mother still uses landline, and I bought her these cordless phones. I don't know if it was like 4 or 5 years ago. I really don't remember. They stole that. They've been stealing things forever. The other thing I want to touch on is when you tell the story to people, people always want to give you advice, but sometimes the advice that people give is kind of not helpful. It's more of like annoying and frustrating. Like it's just not helpful, right? It's like unsolicited advice and it's useless. So I told a friend of mine about what happened. When I call this friend of mine, it's kind of like just to entertain each other. And I was telling her the story and she's like, well, she's a little bit older than me. And she said, well, I'm going to recommend you something. You know, really stop ordering packages online and just go to the store. And I told her, there's no Walmart around this area. I said, and I can't be going to the store all the time. Like, that's what we have delivery. I said, the problem is people should not be stealing, and these shipping facilities, those drivers should not be leaving stuff unattended. Why do I have to stop shopping online? Who doesn't shop online? Like 99% of the people that I know shop online, right? There may be a 1% or a 0.01% or a 5% or a half percent. I don't know. Everybody that I know shops online, and I'm not going to stop shopping online. I'm going to get a camera. So that's that. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if this has happened to you and how you would tackle this situation. And please do not tell me to stop buying things online, because unfortunately that's not going to happen. So I am asking for advice here, but not that one, okay? Thank you for watching.